Late yesterday afternoon, the House passed a $2.2 trillion HEROES Act 2, and earlier this morning it was announced that both President Trump and First Lady Melania have been tested positive for COVID-19 virus. What do these two news stories mean for the $10,000 EIDL grant? More stimulus? The economy both today, short-term and long-term? All this and more in today's video. Hello and welcome to Stephen Carlson Show. I'm Stephen Carlson. I'm a tech entrepreneur, real estate investor, author, YouTuber, and volunteer paramedic. Guys, we are getting so close to our goal of finally getting the economic stimulus that we all so desperately need. If Congress does not get this agreement done this weekend, we will not see any money before the election. If we allow Congress to do this, then everyone needs to stand up today and commit that we will vote all of these out of office. I do not care if they have a D or an R next to the name. If they fail to get this deal through and they are up for re-election, vote them all out. As my buddy Jason has said, we are on the 2-inch line, and now is the time for all of us to fight. Please comment down below with the hashtag Team EIDL. That's one word, Team, EIDL. Share this video with all of your friends. Put it on social media. Make sure the local news stations know about it. Tell your congressmen, tell your senators, tell everyone that you demand that Congress gets off their rear ends and actually do something about this. We all need our $10,000 EIDL grants that we were promised months ago back in the CARES Act. Honestly, I was not originally planning on making a video this morning. In fact, I should be packing my suitcase right now as I'm flying down to see my parents for my mother's birthday over the weekend. Instead, I'm here in the studio at 3:30 in the morning getting this video ready for you guys. Last night, on Thursday, the House voted and passed a $2.2 trillion coronavirus relief measure in the Democrats' latest bid to pressure Republicans into a massive bipartisan deal before the election. The bill, which was approved without a single GOP vote, comes as Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Treasury Secretary Mnuchin have spent most of the week trying to negotiate an agreement, leaving lawmakers on both sides of the aisle increasingly anxious and frustrated at the prospect of having to head back to their districts empty-handed. Roughly 20 Democrats voted against the bill, many of whom have been vocally urging Pelosi to seek a compromise with the GOP, even if it means that they don't exactly get everything that the party has in their demands. Before the vote, Pelosi had ruled out any chance of reaching an agreement with Mnuchin, but said the two continue to talk and exchange offers on paper. Friday would be the 6th straight day between the pair. It is also the final day the House is slated to be in Washington before returning home to continue with their campaigns. We will see where we go from here tonight, but I have already spoken to him a number of times, Pelosi told reporters, stressing that she was still reviewing the latest documents from Mnuchin. Pelosi and other top Democrats believe it is still possible to reach a deal today, and Democratic leaders made it clear that they would keep lawmakers in D.C. throughout the weekend if a deal is imminent. The vote last night follows several days back and forth negotiations between Pelosi and Mnuchin as the two race to clinch a last-minute deal before the House is scheduled to leave today. Talks restarted late last week after months of stalemates between two sides. Pelosi had been highly pessimistic throughout the day Thursday about the chances of reaching any sort of agreement, leaving House Democrats on a path to approve their own stimulus package and head home to run for their re-elections. But not all Democrats were eager to proceed with the bill on the vote, which virtually had zero support from GOP, while Pelosi and Mnuchin continued to negotiate. I have already covered all of the ins and outs of this bill earlier in this week, so you should check out those videos. The links will be down in the description, and one of them will be up in the card above. Now, currently, I really don't see the HEROES Act 2, at least in its current state, being passed by the Senate and signed by the President. I am hopeful that both sides will be able to come up with some sort of agreement this weekend so that we can start seeing a second round of stimulus checks to the people, rental assistance for tenants to be able to pay their rent, and of course, funding for the $10,000 EIDL grants for small businesses, and even a second round of PPP funding so we can help keep people on the payroll at small businesses throughout the country. Now, this brings me to the second headline of the day. Both the president and first lady have sadly been tested positive for COVID-19. A White House source told Fox News shortly after the president's tweet that he and the First Lady are fine and are in quarantine process at the White House. Melania Trump also tweeted out, quote, "As too many Americans have done this year, POTUS and I are quarantining at home after testing positive for COVID-19. We are feeling good, and I have postponed all upcoming engagements. Please be sure that you are safe and we are all together through this." Dr. Sean P. Conley, the president's physician, also confirmed Trump and First Lady's positive COVID-19 tests. He said, quote, "This evening I have received confirmation that both President Trump and First Lady Melania Trump have tested positive for SARS-CoV-2 virus," Conley said. The president and First Lady are both well at this time, and they plan to remain at home within the White House during this convalescence period, he stated. Now, this is going to throw the market into a massive correction today and throughout the weekend. While, remember, I am not a certified public accountant, I'm not a financial advisor by any means. Remember, I got those chained up lawyers in the basement, and they want to make sure that you know I'm just some random dude on the internet. Now, that being said, I am pretty confident that we will see some heavy sell-offs in the market today, and for people that have cash sitting on the sidelines, there's probably going to be some good buying opportunities over the next few days. In fact, the S&P 500 is already down 1.3% or 45 points, and the NASDAQ is declining by 1.8% or 200 points in the pre-market. Now, this is the perfect time for you to get your 2 free stocks. Think of it this way. If you get your 2 free stocks valued up to $1,600 today, when the market turns around, it's very possible that you could easily see a 3 or 5% growth on that free money within a few days. Of course, there's no guarantees, but heck, it's worth it. It's free. Check out the link down in the description below, which helps support this channel. Thank you very much for watching. Please make sure you click like and subscribe. Doing so really helps with the YouTube algorithm. Thanks, stay safe, and I'll see you on the next one.